So we only have
Unmuted.
Brian is online. We have some, anybody else?
We have
We have a
Jay,
chat.
Jay Tilly.
James,
Nobody just turned toward you.
Brian.
You can't say that, I think it's running his show.
Oh, he's in the waiting room. It doesn't really look as sharp as it usually is. Jim told me it's supposed to go in like one. Yeah, we're getting feedback, delayed reaction date, delayed feedback. YouTube show.
Oh, yeah. I love it. It's the best one.
So that was gonna. This one, it's on. Send it to the department. All right, man, here. Oh, wait, whoa.
Oh, why?
Wait a minute, this is on the agenda.
So from there.
You sent out, so we have a,
Yeah, you don't want to leave. Right.
is there agenda showing?
That's that isn't it.
The fire department is still on,
Of course, they're all missing.
That on this one.
But
On that one?
it's
Okay.
make your phrase now.
Sorry, the agenda in this packet is missing an item. Linda's gonna make copies for you guys. It was sent out to the public. The way that the copies that she's making, there's a letter E item. About a Medicaid agreement with Habersham County Fire. So. It's gonna be a boilerplate thing. We've approved many times before. So. So this will be the agenda we're following.
Think on.
You know, fancy sneakers.
That's just needs.
And give up on the heels.
Okay, I think all the technical issues have been dealt with. Electronic and paperwork. So I will go ahead and call to order the regular scheduled, council meeting for April 9, 2026. And we'll begin with a moment of silence. Amen. All right, need to have a motion to approve the agenda as presented. Scott makes the motion, Jimmy seconds, all in favor, unanimous. Need a motion to approve the consent agenda. Jimmy makes the motion, Scott seconds, all in favor, unanimous. We don't have an attorney report, no old business. So we need to go to new business. Item A is a quote from American Water to, is this for Scott's? Okay. We need to talk about when we moved the tank back in when we replaced the old tank, the 10,000 gallon tank, installed the 20,000 gallon tank. It was at a lower elevation, which created a problem for one of our residents at the time. Now he's on council. American Water has come back. We had already said that that's partially our fault or mostly our fault. And that we needed to do something to correct pressure issues at that residence. It finally came down, several things were tried by the homeowner. And it's just not working out. American Water went out, investigated and came back with this quote. of what we need to install
And
to,
the council approved $1,000
Right.
years ago.
yeah,
Yeah.
up to $1,000 at the time, so. Like I said, this was before Scott was on council, I believe, the council approved it. Apparently, different things have happened, prices have gone up. But this is the number we're looking at to make that right at that residence. And so. I don't know how we're gonna pay for it exactly, but it's gonna come out of the water fund, is the only thing I can think of. And, but I think it's something that personally, and we're gonna have a problem on this one. Maybe, problem. Anyway, never mind. That's our quote. We need to make it right for our resident, because we relocated the water source for that area at a lower elevation, reduce their pressure, and it's created some, which has created other issues, quality issues and some other things as well, so. I don't know what y'all.
Where's the tank gonna be located on your property?
Yeah, he's actually putting it in our sub basement.
Oh, okay, so the
It'll
internal.
be, yeah, this way they don't have to worry about outside
So does
conditions.
the unit become maintenance issue for Scott?
I guess that would be
Resident,
the,
sorry.
I guess that would be the question, does that, it's past the
I
meter,
mean, if it tears up again, what do we?
You know,
yeah, would you?
of course,
But that's a logical place to put it though, right?
yeah, it's, well, he
However, it's
said,
not in line in our line on the right of way, so.
Right.
Purchase for the homeowner.
Yeah, I think if we pay to do the installation, but then the property owner agrees to take over maintenance and any repairs or replacement,
and I'm fine with that.
we'd be fine
I'm
with
very
it,
grateful.
okay? So. Any,
Well, the problem is you're gonna have to abstain, there's only two of us here.
yeah,
Yeah.
well, I can, yeah, I'll deal with that, but
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
yeah, so, any further discussion on that? It's kind of a unusual situation. But
Did American Water install a tank for us?
yeah, they'll do all the work.
Did they install the original tank?
Yes, no, actually, EMS was overseeing,
Just checking, I was like.
no, EMS was
Check
overseeing
on
the
all that.
installation of that, yeah. And Brian Rent, our engineer, was the one who
So the
approved the
elevation.
site. Yeah, and he's the one who picked the site that led to some other complications.
Yeah, I remember.
Unfortunately, I was very new in office at the time, and didn't pick up all the nuances. And it was a little too late,
So
so,
one we got the crayon drawing.
yeah, something like that, so. So we just gotta make it right. And. So, there's-
I make a motion, we get it corrected, and move forward.
okay,
I don't know where to make, I don't know how to make a motion on where to get the funds lined up.
it'll just have to come out of the water
Water
fund.
just be a negative, just
Be a
later.
budget.
Okay,
Yeah, we'll go.
we have to make a motion to do the budget amendment.
You will do one, yeah, I would go ahead and include that and then we reconcile it all at the end anyway, but I'd go ahead and include it in the motion.
Okay, I make a motion that we amend the budget to accept this quote, get the correction.
Okay,
That makes sense.
and Jimmy seconds, all right. Scott's abstaining, in the case of this would create a deadlock, then the mayor has to break the deadlock, and I'm gonna vote in favor as well, so. We'll make it right. So. All right, the next item on new business is engineering awards. Award.
Award.
Award, looks like there's a space between A and Ward. I'm not there for it. There is there too.
Let's try these.
I've got some, but it still looks like a space. So what are we looking at
Okay,
here?
so we did get approval to move forward on the Helene Resilience funding.
Yeah, I read that. We got till August, right?
So, yeah, before we had to put in the full application, but as a part of that, we had to put out the engineering for bid.
Okay.
To be compliant with their regulations, so. We got two bids, one from EMI and one from Spicer Engineering.
This is for the design,
This is for the whole project, construction and design.
construction too? I would.
This is for
I
engineering
think,
in general. I mean,
Just
what-
engineering.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
so, not for the construction itself.
Yeah, this is for this is to put the bid.
To oversee it.
Package to get it out the bid for us to vote on later.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So, EMI is, they both came in, basically scored the same, but, you know, EMI is more familiar with us, familiar with Raymond County in
What were the
general.
values?
I'm sorry,
What were the values?
it's just statement of qualifications.
Disqualifications.
Yeah.
Okay.
So. It's up to you all, but we've met with, Jerry Hood, EMI, did our preliminary application. So.
I'm building a dam with Jerry Hood right now.
You're good with what?
I'm building a dam with Jerry Hood.
Oh, are you?
Yeah. for
I've worked
city-
with them. for-
City of Jefferson. He's a good guy.
So that would be my recommendation is to. Everything.
This is, and they're gonna put an engineering proposal together. They're gonna be the actual consultant for the entire project. That's why he does good. That's what he's good at. Okay, I got you. He's a consultant over ours, so I got you. In other words, this is just agreeing the consultant that will direct us through the process of the design and the bid. Correct?
And, yeah, and construction.
And construction, right? Yeah, he does all that. Yeah, okay. He's a liaison between the city and whoever we decide to use.
Whoever gets, yeah.
Whoever's low bid, I got you. It's actually a good idea, because we can't handle it. For sure. And they're pretty professional. So what do you think, Scott, or what?
I think we should take Linda's advice and go with the EMI.
Okay, all right, I'll make a motion, taking it on.
Yeah, and I'll
I'll
second.
support it. Yeah.
Scott seconds, all in favor, it's unanimous. All right. Next item for discussion will be the, school zone cameras. Scott had asked to put this on the agenda last month, but we didn't have a quorum. I'm gonna make an admission that I have not, I very intentionally did not follow any of the school zone camera bills that went through Congress or went through the General Assembly this year, because it ate my lunch last year. And just, it was, anyway. A bill did pass. I do know that.
Yeah.
And it's waiting on the governor's desk. I don't know anything about it. But I know the guy who put it in is the same guy who really wants all the school zone cameras out, period. So whatever they came up with is some compromise in between. I'm assuming Linda's done a little more research on it. so-
Yeah, I've got a copy of the bill here. Chief Elrod had some training on it today, so she might, talk about it. If you want to give them a couple of the highlights, some.
Yeah.
This was a holdover from last year session, and like I say, I can make some assumptions. I'm pretty sure I can guess a few of them, but there were some last minute changes for an exception, and it went back to the House. The House said, okay, good, and then sent it on to the governor. So,
Now, one of the changes that I saw in the amendment that didn't make it to this final as approved copy and was not in her training. Was a good thing that didn't make it in there.
it's a shame.
No, it's good.
Oh, it's good. Oh, okay, I'll take your word for it. Like I
It was
said.
very, very specific on what you could use the money for. too.
Oh, yeah,
That did not make it to the final version, so
okay, that's good.
it's,
Okay, that is good.
the only thing it took out was personnel, like.
Yeah,
Yes, it's got personnel and it still is for law enforcement and public safety. They are taking the processing fees down to $10 instead of 25. No late fees. You're gonna have to have additional signage, which is gonna be the flashing.
That's
speed.
great.
Well,
We've been wanting that the whole
Yeah,
time.
the whole time. And it's taking the school totally out of the process, the application process.
Oh, okay, so it's local government owned, okay,
And it's morning and afternoon.
Morning, afternoon, hour before, hour after,
which is what we're already doing. Which is what we're already doing.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's no provision.
But the
for-
35%, it did.
Yeah,
Does do that.
it adds 35% in,
It,
okay, and the between those hours, even though it's divided by a highway, that's not in there anymore.
They just gave us a few highlights, he didn't go into the whole thing. So it was just one of those quick hour chief ones that were going through some of the bills that they were going through, so.
What's the 35%?
so you can only have so much of,
Oh,
speeding
revenue, I
revenue.
got you.
That's affected, and the 35%, which. For us would have been a big deal, except we haven't looked at the numbers since we made our change. Several months ago.
So it might not be a big deal.
May or may not,
But
but
especially with the hours that they're setting now,
yes.
there's really
we can't
nothing we
change
can
it.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The reason Scott and I wanted to revisit it was that both of us have noticed that the middle of the day, I'm seeing people go 70 miles an hour through the school zone now because they know they're not gonna get a citation. And I was wanting to we were wanting to revisit and reset that since we could to maybe 60 instead of 56, up it to 61 or even 65 during the middle of the day, but apparently this bill's gonna take that away from us.
I think most of that's gonna start 2027.
Oh, 2027.
Most of the changes are gonna start.
Okay, so we can still talk about making that adjustment for now, for the rest of this fiscal year, or physical year.
So some of it goes into effect July 1, 26, and then sections 2 and 9 is July 1, 2027.
I'd like to make a motion, we table this next month.
The next one gives time
And
to
let's do
review,
some homework.
because I mean, the governor could veto it.
Yeah, it
We
could
don't
still.
know,
it
and he could
still
change it.
Oh, he can't, I don't think he can.
No, he
change
can
it.
at that point, can he?
I think he can veto it, but that's the most.
But
I
let's-
kind of doubt it.
let's just wait it out and let's do some research and maybe Warren's gotta take on it also.
Yeah.
And we'll just, you know,
Yeah.
Looks like section 2 is the part about the signs, the flashing signs. And then
Then the
section,
Georgia Municipal Association not give it down direction on the back sense.
yeah, I mean, they just passed it, so we haven't gotten a lot of.
No
we
one's,
haven't gotten
no one's
anything
fully,
on it yet.
fully digested all the nuances yet. So yeah, we can table it.
yeah,
That's not a problem. Just one thing to keep in mind is that one of the things that is being affected, and we need to see when it comes into effect, is payroll, because that is how we've been covering Chris's Sullivan's payroll is out of this, so.
but we had budgeted.
We
for
budgeted.
3 years.
Yeah, we budgeted several years, so
No,
we're good.
that might fail. so
Right.
We're good for that.
Yeah,
And it doesn't affect the money we've already collected.
Yeah,
We can still continue to use that in the future for a little while if we need to, until we find another
see what happens.
way to deal with it, so. All right, so I need a motion to table.
I'll second.
Scott seconds, or Scott makes the motion, Craig seconds, all in favor, unanimous. All right. Let's go on to the Birdie Professional Safety Alarm System. Chief Elrod has brought this to us before. This kind of stems from the UGA student that was killed a few years ago. And we've been wanting to offer this to the students graduating every year from Tula Falls, that we buy this. So if you want to remind everybody and let the press know what it is we're looking at.
Bird, it's just a personal protection device that, They've actually upgraded a little bit. It has a light on it. It's got an alarm that you could pull, say someone's coming to bother you or, you know, animals or anything. I've had actually a couple of students in the past call me and contact me, tell me that they actually used it and it worked really great. They, had a few scares either with animals or whatever, but all seem to appreciate it. It works pretty good. Gave it out to the guys and the girls and they all seem like it fits on your keychain. But they finally continue and give them a little.
So just, as long as we can.
Yeah, as long as we can, and it's public safety and it's protecting our students and our kids, our future leaders. Let's
It's the right thing to do.
keep going with it. So, any other questions about it?
Make a motion, we approve it.
Is the quantity 90 enough?
I think they said we have.
Yeah.
Close to 90
Yeah,
graduates, so I think I got you.
So it's for the graduating class each year, make it consistent, yeah, I got you.
Oh, okay.
I'm just lumping it all.
Oh, you're wrong there. Okay, Scott's gonna make a motion, we go ahead and approve the purchase using, public safety funds. Craig makes a seconds that motion. All in favor? It's unanimous, and just in case Jimmy's not supposed to vote,
That's right.
I'll break the tie, just in case. So, we'll make it legal. We need to back up apparently and go back to,
School kids.
school cameras. Linda, you're gonna explain this because I did not. I was-
So this is just the agreement with Georgia Department of Revenue on the citations when people don't pay and they have the hold put on their registration. It's something with the new, we had it with Blue Line, we need it signed to be able to sign it with Altoona, so I just need approval for Mike and Tanya.
I make a motion, Mike signs.
Second.
All in favor, unanimous, okay, that's easy enough. All right, moving forward, we need to, talk about the memorandum of understanding, it's. Should be in your packet there, it was delivered this week from Habersham Fire. We have I mean, for simplicity's sake, we have automatic aid agreements. Where if something happens, fire or EMS related in either county. In the county or in the city, that. If it's in the county, the city says we will provide X amount of equipment and minimum X number of personnel. To assist with the fire. Or rescue call, whatever, we get a bunch of Panther Creek calls in Habersham. In fact, tonight, this afternoon, we had a call off of East Wolf Creek Road for a brush fire. And we had people respond for that to help the county. If we have something in town and the county responds, like for gorge calls and everything else. So basically, all this is just what we're willing to, the minimum we're willing to provide. And it's the same agreement we've had for. I don't know how many years, to be honest. So what I need is authorization for the fire chief, which happens to be myself, to approve this and put it and sign off on it and move on. So.
I make a motion to approve.
So,
Got it. Scott makes a motion. Jimmy seconds, all in favor, unanimous. I want to see all four fighting over that. Bring some boxing gloves to this thing. All right, really, the only mayor's comment that I have is that we're in April now. The Verdinos will be coming in May. I can't remember the exact date that's happening. But they should be here sometime in May, so. Any little projects y'all see that they could help us out with, please let me know. I've got a list started, but I'm sure there's more they can do. I know, like going down Gorge View, we need to deal with some of that drainage. The runoff stuff on Gorge View and a couple other places, so, we look forward to having them back. That will be nice. There are really no other comments I have at this time. So I'd like to get a motion to go into executive session
Somebody.
for personnel and property. Our attorney's not here, so we can't discuss it even after, so we'll put those two in there. Scott makes or Jimmy makes the motion. Scott seconds, all in favor, unanimous. Okay, we're gonna go in executive session. Shouldn't actually take very long, so.
You're not gonna have an action?
Not likely,
Okay.
not likely. So. glance around. I know, someone was waiting around for me, but they'll have to come back. And. We're there. Oh, there is a problem. And everybody.
So we don't have public comments on that agenda.
No, same reason for last month.
That's what I figured.
You miss us?
Yes.
Back on.
All right.
You waited.
Going hard, I gotta go. The door open.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
All right, so, we had a motion to leave executive session. Seconded and was unanimously confirmed, so I need a motion to come back into regular session. Scott makes the motion. Craig seconds, all in favor, unanimous. There were no actionable items for public review from executive session, so I need a motion to adjourn. But, Jimmy makes the motion, Scott seconds, all in favor, unanimous. All right. That's it.
Now we can go.
I'll